that the US wouldn't hesitate to strike Islamic State militants inside of Syria, and to that extent he has been good to his word, because as of the early hours of this morning the Pentagon confirmed that the US had carried out strikes inside of Syria using a mix of bomber and Tomahawk land missiles against targets, joined as well by a number of regional allies, among them Saudi Arabia, Jordan and the United Arab Emirates. Qatar and Bahrain also took part, to the extent that they allowed the US air bases on their soils to be used as launch pads for those strikes. So a couple of important things. First of all, that the US has got support from its regional allies. That would certainly lend some more legitimacy, if you like, to strikes being carried out inside of Syria. And of course the fact that they have now escalated to carry out those strikes inside of Syria certainly takes its battle, if you like, against Islamic State to a whole new level, Anna.
And Elliott, so what do we know about Syria's role in this, the level of contact that the US and others had with Syria before this took place?
Well, interestingly enough, we knew beforehand that, of course, the US was invited by Iraq to carry out strikes on Islamic State inside of Iraq, so there was no doubt about the legality there. Syria is a bit more complicated. Syria's biggest ally, Russia, President Putin has said that the US would need Syrian permission to carry out strikes in Syria. Interestingly enough, Damascus has actually said that it was informed by the US in advance of these strikes that they were going to take place, but that doesn't mean, of course, that it agrees with them, that it wanted them, or that it supports them to any degree. And it'll be interesting to see what the Syrian reaction is. Of course, ostensibly the US is breaching Syria's sovereignty, but Assad, the president, doesn't really have much control over that part of the country which is controlled by Islamic State. And of course, up until now he's been content to sit on the sidelines and allow the various rebel groups, including Islamic State, to try to beat each other into oblivion. But of course, if the US succeeds in degrading and destroying Islamic State to any degree inside of Syria, where the CIA reckons 2/3 of its fighters are, then that would allow the other rebel groups to perhaps turn their attention more towards Assad. For now, though, he may just keep his cards close to his chest and see how this one plays out, Anna.